Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. So today I'm making a tutorial on how to buy and sell cryptocurrency on the P2P crypto exchange called Noons or No-Uns. I don't think no one knows how to pronounce the name of this crypto exchange properly. I've asked a lot of people, everyone says it differently. So I'm just going to call it Noons, and I'm just going to introduce a few features and do a live demonstration of how exactly a trade works. But for those that are looking at my video catalog these days, you're noticing that I'm giving a lot of tutorials out and all about, how to trade on P2P crypto exchanges. And you might be thinking, like, what's the point on learning all of these exchanges? Like, why not just pick one? Well, I think it is good to go with one exchange that you like, especially because, some might have features that you like better than others. But the thing is, every exchange has particular payment methods that excel on the platform. So many of these exchanges offer hundreds and hundreds of different payment methods across different currencies and provide different cryptocurrencies that you can trade. But only certain payment methods are going to have a lot of volume on them. And so it really depends on the community, where they're located and like what the niche is. And a lot of them are going to flood into particular payment methods. So you might find on like one exchange, like Noons, for instance, there's a lot of PayPal trading. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency with PayPal, you can find that on Noons, but you can't really find that thing on HODL HODL. On local CoinSwap, there's a lot of good bank transfers, Interac e-transfer if you're from Canada, Revolut, Wise, a lot of good stuff like that. But I can't really find as many good offers for that on Noons. There are some offers, but because there's not a whole lot of volume in that area, you won't get good rates. So that's why it's good to just go between different exchanges and see what fits you. And guys, if you want to check out Noons yourself, you can use my referral link in the description down below. Once you've signed up, you can come back to this video and we can get started. So once you've done that, you can go and just go to trade and go down to peer-to-peer trading, and it's going to come up with this. And you can sort by cryptocurrency. You've got Bitcoin, and Monero was recently added. I think that's really good for Monero traders, although unfortunately Noons does require KYC, so that might turn off a lot of people. But Noons is really, I think, the only really decent exchange that is providing Monero trading right now. I think there's also Bitpapa as well. But on this exchange, it's mainly Bitcoin and Tether. These are the main things that you're going to be trading in. I think Monero is pretty new, so I wouldn't expect there to be good volume. So I'm just going to give you a rundown. So if you scroll down, you'll see all the offers. I've selected Monero right now, so let's just see what all the different Monero offers are right now. You've got Payeer, AirTM, Remitly, M-Pesa, Skrill. You'll notice that the geography of the community is quite different. Like I notice on local CoinSwap and HODL HODL, you get a lot of people from North America and Europe, which frankly just makes people easier to deal with. But on Noons and Paxful, which I won't be making a tutorial about because I do not like Paxful, you get a lot of people from the global south. You get a lot of traders from Africa, South American countries, etc. So on here, you're more likely to be able to find trading methods that are unique to particular areas. So M-Pesa is really strong in East Africa. Western Union and MoneyGram is really popular with them as well. If you're trading in Brazil, you've got Pix. So you're more likely to find these particular trading methods on Noons or Paxful, again, which I'm not going to mention again. I just really don't like Paxful. I might go into that in another video. So what I've actually done here, because I've already made a pre-made video for this, I'm going to go with what I'm looking for, and that is Chinese renminbi, also known as CNY, and I'm going to do Alipay, and I'm going to do a demonstration with you. And you might be thinking, well, look, I don't have Alipay, this doesn't apply to me, but you'll glean all the things you need to know on how to trade just from this. I mean, the idea is basically the same. So let's just get straight into it. And let's see, we've got here, I've opened up CNY, Alipay, and I'm going to show you how to trade. So I'm just looking for, at first I'm actually going to sell Bitcoin for Alipay funds, and then I'm going to sell the same I'm going to buy Bitcoin using the same Alipay funds, so I can show you how to buy and sell. But we're going to sell first, and I'm just looking through and browsing this person's offer here. So this person, I think was the cheapest that I liked. Here we go. So I'm going to sell to him. and I'm just inputting the amount here. So I've selected Alipay, and I think I wanted, what, 500, right? So I'm just going to put that amount in, and then it's going to show the Bitcoin amount. Now it's a little bit confusing here because this person is selling his Bitcoin above market rate. So if I'm going to send 500 CNY, I'm not going to get, sorry, if I'm going to sell him that amount of Bitcoin, I'm not going to get, I'm going to get 500 CNY, but that 500 CNY is not equal to that amount of Bitcoin. And I worded that poorly because it is a little bit confusing, but I'm going to show you how to make this less confusing so you know exactly what's going on. So what I've done is I've gone to CoinGecko, or you can use this on CoinMarketCap, and I've just typed in I put in the exact amount of Bitcoin that I'm receiving so I can see. And I'm going to put CNY here so I can see how much money am I actually losing, because when you're dealing with people here, they're either selling above or below the market rate, depending on whether you're buying or selling to them, because they're trying to make profit. So this is where the cost of these activities come in. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown here. So I'm going to sell this amount of Bitcoin to this person, and that actual amount of Bitcoin is worth, what, 494, but I'm getting 500. Sorry, my brain's kind of short-circuiting here. I can't tell if I'm making money or losing money. Okay, so I've just opened up a trade with this individual, and I am going to do a trade with him. I'm going to sell him some Bitcoin in exchange for Alipay funds. So I'm just checking if he's there. I wrote ni hao, hello, and one in Chinese speak online just means hi. I think it originated from online video games in China. People just say one. It's kind of a weird thing. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to send my Alipay QR code. So I've used Alipay as this example, but every single payment method is going to differ. So in this case, I just send him a QR code. Other payment methods might require you to send an email or something like that. In this case, it's just an Alipay QR code. It's really simple. So once I've sent it up here, all he has to do is scan that QR code and send me the funds. He's going to send me 500 renminbi. And, oops, I've skipped ahead. And once I've confirmed that I've received it, which I received instantly, he's going to mark it as paid. And then all I have to do is click send Bitcoin to confirm that I've received payment. And it happened almost immediately, no fuss at all. The person's got like 30,000 trades. You know, he's not going to be doing anything dodgy at all. And as soon as I've put in my 2FA, I can then release the Bitcoin in question, and that's really it. It's a really simple process. So when it comes to buying, I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm going to use Alipay again in this example, and I've already got some funds on my Alipay account, so that's ready to go. I'm ready to buy some crypto again. I'm just going to select whether I want Bitcoin or Tether. I'm just going to go with whoever's cheapest. So let's just skip ahead. I've actually found that I've got a bit more funds in Alipay from when I was in China. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to buy some Tether here. So I've put that in 1,000. That's the entire balance of what I've got on Alipay, and I'm going to turn that back in to crypto. So just want to check here. Just jumping back and forth. Okay, all right, so we're good to go. I just went into CoinGecko really quick just to see how much extra I was paying in order to be able to turn my fiat back into crypto. So I'm paying 1,119 CNY to get 155 USDT. And how much does it sound it's getting here? Okay. So that the amount, this 1,119 CNY is worth, how much again? Is really worth, exactly, is worth 155 USDT. But what I'm getting is in fact much less. Well, not that much less. It's like $7 less. So I'm actually going to get on Noons 148 USDT. So this person's not running a charity. This is how he makes money. And, you know, this is just kind of the way that it's done. You might think it's kind of expensive. On Noons, for this particular payment method for Alipay, you know, there's not a whole lot of volume. So the markups are a little more unscrupulous. If you are a Chinese buyer and you actually do want to trade with Alipay or WeChat Pay, I suggest going to Binance. They've actually got really good rates on there. But just using Noons here as an example. So I'm using Alipay as an example on Noons. So I've said 1 again, ni hao, and I'm just checking this guy's background. So he's got a low amount of feedback, which I don't recommend. If you're going to deal with someone with less than 100 feedback, you got to be really careful. I'm doing it anyway because I've just never had a problem with Alipay. It's just very straightforward. The funds are in escrow, so as long as I pay within the time limit, I don't have to worry about this person running off with my funds or anything like that. Worst case, if it came down to a dispute, I've just got undisputable evidence, and in my time having had disputes in the past, the person who is being dishonest really has a very hard time trying to convince the moderator that he's being anything but dishonest, and that's why I'm not really scared about losing a dispute. So as long as you're being honest, the chances of being scammed are, virtually nil in my experience. As long as you're dealing within the amount of time that you have. So as you can see here, there's a time limit on this trade, and if I don't mark the trade as being paid, then the funds will no longer be in escrow. And if I sent funds to this guy, that person could just run away. So the reason why sometimes it is important to be dealing with someone with a high amount of feedback, especially when you're new, is that if there's an emergency, some bad things happen. Like imagine you send the funds, but your computer crashes, right? Or there's a power out, or the Wi-Fi cuts out, and you can't get on your computer on time to mark it as paid. You're then going to have to just rely on the trustworthiness of that individual trader. And you really don't want to risk it, but the higher the feedback of the person is, the higher the likelihood that he isn't going to just take this small little win, because to get to the point where you've got a high amount of feedback is actually quite difficult. And if this person's got 1,000+ feedback, he's doing this as a job. He's not doing this for fun or whatever. This guy's doing it as a job, and he's not going to throw away his whole account just to make a couple of bucks. So that's why it's good to go with someone with a high amount of feedback. But if you're dealing with someone with low feedback, as long as you can pay quickly, mark as paid, as long as the funds are in escrow, there's just no problem. So what this guy is saying here, by the way, is he just wants to add me on Alipay to make sure that it's actually me trading with him. So something that traders might not like is something called third-party trading. So what that means is they want to make sure that it's you they're dealing with, and you're not acting on behalf of somebody else, because they don't want to potentially be dealing with scammers or other kind of bad things. So that's just a way of protecting them and ensuring their account doesn't end up getting shut down. So as I mentioned before, Noons is a KYC platform, unfortunately, and some of these sellers want to make they have information about your name. So it won't say my whole name, it will just say so my name's David. It will just say David and then the first letter of my name. And they just want to make sure that the person that's sending them funds on Alipay is the same person on Noons, and that way they can ensure that they're receiving someone directly, directly from me, and I'm not, I haven't hacked into someone's account or something like that. So I've added this person on Alipay. I'm not going to show you that, and we're just having a bit of an exchange. And once he can see that I'm the person who I say I am on Noons, then I can send him funds, and it's just been as simple as that. I'm sending him funds right now, and boom, it's done. I've clicked paid, and now that it's paid, it's just on. Oh wait, I haven't actually clicked paid yet. Here we go. There we go. I've just marked it as paid because I've sent him funds, and yeah. So when he confirms those funds have been released, boom, those funds will be released from escrow, and it'll go into my wallet on Noons, and that's really all there is to it. I can leave him some feedback. I had a good experience, so I'm just gonna give him some basic feedback, although he doesn't. Oh, he's gonna need it because he's only got 26 feedback, so I'll do him this favor. But yeah, that's really all there is. If you want to learn more about it, and if you have any questions about how to trade on Noons, or even how to trade using Alipay, how to buy Monero on Noons, you can leave me a comment in the description down below. I will get back to you. And if you want to use my referral link in the description down below, it will be much appreciated. You can get a special discount if you use my referral link on the trading fees. So yeah, you can see that in the description down below, and I'll see you next time.